going on, guys? This is before the days of solid state electronics, blips and bleeps. Hell, this is before transistors. This is probably the oldest arcade gallery uh, game, I guess, that I'd probably ever seen on YouTube. My wife picked it up for 20 bucks. And what it is you can see it's got three paddles, and in the middle is a brass frog with the, his mouth open. With these paddles here, I think what this thing was back in the 1800s. Guys would, just like back in the 1970s and 80s, would buy an arcade machine and would put it in a place and collect the money that was made off of it. This thing was basically thrown in the back of a stagecoach after a guy invested in it, and would take it to different towns and set it up and charge people, kind of bet, gamble. You can see it's got a top part that comes off in the stand that it sits on. So people would come up to this thing, and they would take I don't know what kind of damn money they had back in the 1800s, I'm sure it was a penny or a nickel or a silver dollar. But what you do is you'd put it on either one of these flippers here, and you would try to, well, I missed. But essentially what you'd try to do is get it in any one of these holes. You'd really want to get it in the frog's mouth. And then you open the top, and you can see all these individual little slots for different point values for each hole. Of course, the middle where the frog is 4,000. Then you got 1,000 down here, 2,000. But you would try to get your coin in the corresponding slot for point value and bet against a bunch of other guys as you're playing, with their boots on and their cowboy hats and what have you. And you can see the backboard has a bunch of like quarter divots or silver dollar divots or Confederate divots. It's pretty cool, a bit of history behind it. But this thing is completely authentic. You can see it's made of like a leathery type of a material. These things are really cool crafted brass. And you would use the ones on the ends to play different games. Not every game would be to get the highest score. They would kind of do like a 21 style game on here, and you would use the paddles kind of co-op with other people and try to win as much as you can to break the bank, get all the money that other people have thrown in there. So I don't know what this thing's called. I tried to look it up. Didn't come across too much of what it was, but I just thought it was pretty cool to show you guys. And I don't even know how much it's worth. Don't really care. I just think it's pretty cool. I told you my wife got it for 20 bucks. So I thought for that much, shoot, it's a pretty good deal. So yeah, anyhow, there it is. Hey, what's going on? It's Wilgram 13. Haven't made a video in a while. Sorry about that. I should be coming a little more often now from here on out. Just had a lot of news come up in my life, a lot of changes, a lot of this, that. Found out that I'm having my third child, so congratulations. But yeah, so God, I've made a third one. It's not a pretty thought, but anyway. So and I've had to scale back on buying things that are just out there rather than focusing down on certain things. But I do have some pretty interesting stuff I picked up. Number one, for the I got some Master System games I don't usually find around here. But the first one I found was Pro Wrestling. You can see that there. It's amazing to me that I wish back in the day, whenever the Master System was new, that I had one, because I think it's such a, it has its pluses and minuses, but I really do enjoy that system, and I think it's so far ahead of what the Nintendo was doing at the time that I was wrapped up in. Graphically, control-wise, just everything that they were doing. It just felt like a tighter system to me. But, this game doesn't showcase it by any means, but, it's still a fun wrestling game as compared to Pro Wrestling on the NES, which is a great favorite of mine. But, yeah, so Pro Wrestling. I don't think it was, no, it wasn't complete. It came with the poster, but I spent $1 on it, so it wasn't too big of an investment. these two are kind of interesting. Now, both of them are split games. Both of them have Hang On it. Like, they were just trying to give you Hang On no matter what. Look, we're Sega. We made a game that dude's on a motorcycle. We're giving it to you. One came with Safari Hunt, and one came with Astro Warrior. Astro Warrior is like a top-down shoot-'em-up game. It's not bad. It's actually a really good game. And Safari Hunt is a light phaser series game where you shoot a bunch of animals and stuff, and kind of like Duck Hunt, but it's monkeys, apes, cheetahs, lion. I mean, you can tell that the SPCA or the WWF, whoever is in charge of PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, are really going to shit a brick now. If they got ticked off about Super Mario 3D Land skinning a tanuki or whatever, just imagine shooting monkeys for no good damn reason. Anyhow, I found both of these for $1 as well. And they're in great condition. They did come with the manuals in there. They are complete. I love hockey games. Hockey and baseball are, and kind of, hockey, baseball, and golf games are my favorite sports games. Football, sometimes. But I found this one here for $1 as well, and it was just in such great shape that I don't have too many Sega Saturn games, so I picked up NHL Power Play 96, and it's not horrible. It's not amazing. It's by Virgin. You get kind of what you pay for, but it's kind of a top-down, kind of a almost isometric view of the players, and it's not bad. I mean, the Sega Saturn was such a great system that I would have been happy with this whenever it was 1995 or whatever. 96, obviously. 97. Jesus. I was at the Dollar Tree, which are these stores here in America for you guys who may not have. I don't know if you have them over in England or in Australia or wherever, but or in Canada even. But there are these stores that everything in the store is $1. It's all cheap crap. It's all stuff that maybe pallets while loading a bunch of DVDs fell. The company basically can sell it to a dollar store where they sell it for $1 and they just get whatever money they can out of it. But I was interested because I seen a thing of PlayStation Portable, the PSP movies there, and it's it's nothing too great, but for $1 a piece, I snatched them up. They're brand new, sealed, never opened. But one of them is Spider-Man, the animated series, the new animated series. Sorry, it's not. I watched a little bit of it, but that was basically for my kids when we were on vacation. This one, I don't think I've laughed so hard in a long time. Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. It's so funny. Great movie. Steam Boy. I didn't watch that yet, but my son did. He thought it was pretty cool. And, this is one of those, I don't know, what do you call them, like young kid, indie style movies where they're talking about all, they think, there's music that I've been listening to for years is new and indie. But it's Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. I didn't watch it, but I figured out for $1, whatever. I was out at a pawn shop, and I found these you buy one for $4, the next one's half off, so for 2 games it's $6. And they have a wide selection of PlayStation 2 and Xbox games that I've never seen before, or I've seen and just haven't bought. Amongst them, which is one of them that I love this game, I've been looking for it for the PlayStation 2, and it's a launch title, and that is, basically Super Bust-A-Move is a puzzle game where you shoot bubbles and have to connect the colors. Great game. And for $4, I was glad to pay it. At the same time, I found a game that I remember being a launch title for the PlayStation 2 as well, and that's it's another puzzle game, and it's like a firework color puzzle game, and it's really fun and addictive. It's called Fantavision. Pretty amazing, and again, for both of these for $6, that was a great deal, because I haven't seen those really out in the wild too often. Next, I picked up a couple of Xbox games, both of these $6 combined, primarily because this one is The Land of the Dead, Road to Fiddler's Green. I've just never seen this game. It's based after a George Romero film, so I thought, hell, I'll give it a shot, but right when it starts out, I thought it was really funny. right when it starts out, you see a zombie outside your, and it's a first-person view, so you see a zombie outside your window out by a barn. You go out there, you go up to him. Next thing you know, he doesn't chase you. He just turns around and starts following you. So next thing you know, you're kind of playing. I was going around my house, and then when I'd see him come around, I'd go the other way. So I just started to think that, what if, like the show like The Walking Dead or this whole zombie, resurgence was just, all you had to do was just play like, just have them chase you around the house for hours. They'd get confused, because that's what eventually happened. He got confused, and I didn't even worry about him while I went around and looked for everything else. So, but it's still an interesting game. And then I got Jade Empire. I have the Game of the Year edition for Xbox, but all it had in it was the content disc. I didn't look when I was at the store or wherever I got it. But this one is the regular edition, and comes with the disc I was missing. Pretty interesting game. I like games like this. BioWare, I'm a big fan of, so great game. Highly recommend this game too. And let's see. Lastly, for the games, I picked up the new Super Mario Brothers 2. Fun. Just like a lot of people are giving this game flack, like it was supposed to reinvent Mario or something. But honestly, it's just like you took your Wii version of the new Super Mario Brothers, and now you have it portably. I mean, it's with new stuff added. I mean, it's basically what it is. The coin rush mode, where everything's focused on getting 1,000,000 coins, that to me could be like a DLC on any other system. It's like getting time attacks or horde mode or something like that. But it's Nintendo. What do? You love them. They're like the retarded brother you grew up with and you have to take care of. You get pissed about him because he just ruins your day sometimes. You can't go out with your girlfriend or friends, but you love them nonetheless. Oh, retarded Mario. Now this is something I was curious about. Maybe you guys could tell me. I was at an antique store and found these two Nintendos. They looked quite different, just regular Nintendo toaster consoles. I picked them both up $5 a piece, but I noticed one was a little different. And here, this one, right here, it feels and looks just like the Nintendo toaster that I've always remembered. It's in good shape, it works fine. On the bottom, it says USA. Okay, I mean, nothing's different, the NES-001, but it says USA here. And the top of it has a textured feeling to it. This other one, however, has a smooth top. I mean, obviously a different, finish altogether. It feels different a little bit. I mean, everything's still basically the same, but it just doesn't feel like this one does, especially the top and the sides. And then I look on the bottom, and on this one it doesn't say USA, and it has a completely different number, and I mean, it still says NES-001, but I'm just wondering if this one is a Japanese, Nintendo Entertainment System. Maybe one of you guys could tell me. But anyway, until I get some more stuff and throw up another video, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. See you next time.